கால்ல இருக்கு, ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா.
Start with the theory.
Hello all, sorry. Now are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Can help.
Yes. Okay. Let's see the theoretical part for AR. Okay. So people already in FNA know what is receivables. That whatever we are collecting from whatever the service we are rendering, for that we need to collect the cash from customers. Right? So we need to create the customers. Okay, so first the master data will be prepared. Okay, whatever our customers that will come into our receivable books, so we'll create a customers. Then whatever the service we are rendering, based on that we will create a sales order, and based on that receivable invoices will be generated. So here I am opened my Oracle e-business suite. So is it visible for all?
Sir, visible, sir.
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you. So in this session, we'll see how to create an invoice, how sales order creation will be there in Oracle. So how the write-off, credit note, and how the receipts are getting applied with invoice. These things we'll see.
Now this navigation, this vision operations only.
Yes, vision operations only. Yes. So once you click the receivables responsibility, the Oracle Java screen will open. So this is based on your responsibilities. The details will be available for your basic responsibilities. So what you will do is you will log in with your user ID and password. Once you've done the login, the receivable responsibility will open. So if you click receivables, this navigator will open. Okay, you can see the transaction, receipts, bills receivable, collection, customers. These kind of list will be available in general. So here you can print your invoice, you can create an invoice, and you can push the invoice to your customers. For whom the receivable is new, very new, that in no other platforms also you didn't see any receivable transactions, or if for finance or for F&A. Gautam and Dhanush, is it new for you, or you already have experience in F&A?
I am new for
Sir, I'm also new, sir.
Okay. No problem. So whatever the service we are doing, no, so for that services we need to generate an invoice. So based on the invoice only our customers will pay to us. So before entering into a contract, customer will send details to us. Based on that, we will create the customers using master data management. Okay, so in the master data management, we will create the customers. So customers list will be there. Once the customer enter into a business with us, we will create the customer list. So customer profile, relationship manager, customer details, everything we will create here. So entering into business is the first criteria. So we need customer into our business. So based on the contracts or based on the relationship with us, any organization, the customer will come in. So if already customer is entered into system, you can search the customer with the name or customer number. So in Oracle, we need customer number or customer correct name to find the customer details. So if you doesn't know the entire name, you can use the percentage to pull the customer details from system. So it will help you to show the available details in the alpha. Okay, see if I check in B percentage, it is having this much of customers already listed in our profile. So already Big Mart, Big Four Rental, these are the customer names, okay, which is available for Vision USA, Vision Operations USA. So in this training module, we already have an organization called Vision Organization USA. So in that Vision Organization, these are the customers pre-existing, already available for our training purpose. Okay, so if I click Big Mart and see what are the basic details available. So here you can see the registry ID, DUNS number if available, address is the basic requirement, primary URL, their business ID, business web address. So the status will help us to know whether the customer is still active business with us or inactive. See, under Big Mart, these are the addresses are available. It means there are various branches available for this customer. So every time under Big Mart, if any address change or new branch is open, we can add a multiple address in this customer information, in this customer type. So the account number is 1168. Customer is active. So you can see the address here, address, country, purpose, bill to, ship to, operating unit, our company name, Vision Operations. This is a site number. Since we have multiple sites for this customer, the multiple site number is created. Map is not required. If need, you can add here. So contact information is required so that your customer contact information easy for us to reach them. So I clicked details to show more information about this customer. Okay, see, this is the site details, site number, country, address, everything. See, I clicked details. Instead of that, if I click update, you can update everything. Business purpose, bill to this location. So their major bill to location is Benton Valley. Communication, there is no communication information is updated. So if you have any communication information like telephone number, email address, that can be updated here. Payment detail. So here, if they are paying through check or if they are transferring money to any EFT, electronic fund transfer or wire, that details will be available here. If they are swiping through credit cards also, those information will be available here. So for this customer, there is no information available. Such informations are not available as of now. So we can add if it is available. So this is customer profile for credit and collections. So Jamie Jones is a collector. So he is on behalf of Vision Operations, that company which we are working. So Jamie Jones is a collector and credit classification is low risk. It means the customer is paying month on month properly. So it means it is he is in low risk category. Okay, review cycle monthly. So monthly once we will see the pending invoices and will reach customer accordingly. Tolerance, this is a category 5. So payment term is N30. It means they already defined the payment term. It means once the invoice is issued, he or she needs to be paid the pending amount within 30 days. That is called payment terms. Discount grace days. Apart from this 30, N30, additional 2 days is available for this customer. So automatic cash rules set as standard. So standard automatic cash rules are already set. So statement cycle quarterly. It means the statement will be generated quarterly and reach the customer if any pending is available or overall transaction details. So what needs to be sent in the statement, that is in tick mark. So this is tax information. If any tax information requires to be added, then you can add the tax information here. Customer account site business purpose tax details. As of now, there is no such information is available for tax. If any tax information is available, you can add it here. Let me show you how to update this detail. Okay, for the first line, if you want to change anything or if you want to add or delete something, click update, which is enabled for you. So if I need to change the status to inactive or any other status, that I can able to update here. Since we don't have any update, we'll close this. We'll see one more customer detail. Base circle system. Okay. So for this customer, only 2 sites are available with the same address. So for this customer, the credit collector name is Jamie Jones. This also same like low risk, review cycle monthly. So these are the collector information. So this customer is in active status. No telephone number, no email ID is reflecting here. So basic information, customer address. If any site details are there, you can see in the down. See, for this customer, payment details are there. Here you can see that customer account number, which is usually this customer is transferring the money from this account. I click show. You can see details of the bank, customer bank and automatic receipt clearing. So bank number, bank branch name is New York, bank branch number. So these are the details available
So
for
Narayan,
this
I have
particular
a small doubt.
Yes,
Small doubt. This we are entering this customer bank, the customer bank details, right?
Yes.
So if maybe sometimes customer transfer from different account, what will happen to that entry?
Yeah, if it is a regular transfer from that time, we can check with customer or customer's collector whether he is going to use this new account, then we will update it accordingly in our system.
Okay, we will update according to.
Actually, as per our contract, he provided this account number. It will be a auto transfer whenever the invoice generated. So we recorded this information. If you, as you said, if from next month onwards he is using a new account. If it is one time, there is no problem that we can record accordingly. If it is going to be a regular one, then we'll change the account details with this new bank informations that he needs to give the any reference data to us. Based on that, we will update in our system. So we need to share the information to our master data team, MDM, master data management team. They will update it accordingly in backend. So we can refer the same in the front end.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
So these are the bank information. Yes, sir.
Sir, to update that, you clicked that update symbol, but in next page there is no updating.
Yeah, we are, since it is blocked because we are in end user level. So basic informations we are unable to update. Since the icon is there, I try to click it. We need to go in setup and user ID to change these things, basic things.
Okay.
Since we are in practice session, it is blocked for some reason.
Okay.
But usually for some basic information we can also change, that we'll see. So the profile amount details also available for this customer. See receipt 1, the credit limit is 13 point something. So order credit limit is around 6 lakhs is there. So minimum statement amount, minimum dunning amount, everything is defined for this customer. So his currency is CAD currency. So credit limit and order limits are available in each currency. So if you click show button, you can see currency wise. So this customer specifically using multiple currencies for transactions: CAD, Euro, GBP, RUR, SEK, Sweden currency, and USD. So these are the currencies available for this customer. So if your customer is transferring money or doing transaction with multiple currencies, that also you can view in the customer details. So these are the customer profile informations. So this will help us to refer our customer details. So how the transaction from is that regular proper transaction person or any missing is there, that and all we can see before sending an email to a customer. So you want to see any other customer details, or is it clear? Anyone having any questions on customer creation, customer view?
No, no doubt.
Okay.
See, we can set, Mr. Narayan, we can set the limit for customer, right?
Yes, we can set the customer limit.
Because after some time invoicing is not, the system will not allow to do invoicing if the limit is crossed. That is possible, right?
No, the invoice will be automatically generated. Okay, if service is done, the invoice will automatically generated.
Yeah, invoice is
will
automatically generated for some, for some customers.
Credit limit will be blocked. So we will not provide further credit limit to him if he is not paying the invoice on time.
Defaulter, some funds. What we do previously, my
if he is a defaulter, we can hold the credit limit.
Yeah, no, for like in my previous system, what I'm sharing my experience with you. See, once the credit limit is over, suppose 100K is the credit limit. So after 100K, the accounts receivable guy cannot generate any invoices.
Okay, that but actually what we'll do is the statement will generate and it will reach the customer. Okay, also it will trigger an email to the collector. So collector will follow up and he will send the mail to key account manager. So key account manager will not proceed for further sales with him, any sales or service. So yeah, if we are stopping the invoice generation, if already we done some services, that we are going to lose, no? So the invoice generation will not stop. So we need to check and we need to push the customer to pay the pending, and we will reduce the credit limit to avoid further service with him if he is doing any default.
Okay, fine, thank you.
That we can do. So for that, if the credit limit is, I showed you, if the credit limit is 6.5 lakhs, based on his past experience, we will reduce it. Based on the business, it will may increase or it will decrease.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
So main thing is we need to create the master data management. We need to see the credit details of the customer to enter the customers into our business. So customer setup is main. So that is why I showed you the customer. So for any business or any service, customer is main thing. So we need to create a customer details. So that is the primary thing. Under bills receivable, I'm clicking transaction. So the short code already here, if you see, that is already in my top 10 list. So whatever your day-to-day activity, that you can click and click the right arrow and it will be added to your top 10 list. So it will be easy for you to double click and use on daily basis like this. So the same transaction window will open. So there is two method is there. You can directly click here by searching the relevant transaction or customer profile receipts, whatever it is, or you can do a shortcut like this and you can use it from there. Okay, so we'll see how to create a transaction, how to create an invoice. So the main thing is source. First we'll see for vision operation, these are the sources is available, whether we are creating a manual invoice or auto generating invoice. If they having any global tool, the auto invoice generation will be there in Oracle. So based on the business requirement, the auto generated auto invoice generation is available. So if you are creating a manual invoice, you will use this transaction, source, number, everything. So let's create one manual invoice. Click manual. Okay, date is either today's date or transaction date, you can click. So it's better here you will create the last date of the month or first date of the month. You can set a standard date and you can use for the particular month. Okay, so today is 28th February, so default I took today's date. So GL date, for which period you are working. So if you are working in February period, the GL date should be in the particular period only. It should not be previous or it should not be a future period. It should not be a past period. It should be a current period. So be sure that GL date should be in current. USD. So based on the transaction, you can click the currency. If you are using AUD, INR or Euro, based on that you can change the currency here. So this one, see, chargeback, credit memo, debit memo, deposit, guarantee, invoice. Let's see one by one. Chargeback is nothing but if the customer is not paying for apart from the credit days. Okay, so we will wait for some time and we will push from our side. Still, if the customer is not paying for more than a month or more than a period of 3 months or 6 months, it will goes to a third party. Okay, so that third party will do the chargeback to collect the invoice. What we will do is we will cancel the invoice and we will charge back to that vendor. Okay, he will on behalf of us, he will push the customer for in a different way and he will collect the money and pay certain amount to us. It will be based on the percentage between us and that third party. So for that we use this chargeback. Okay, charging back to someone instead of customer name. Is it clear? Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So next one we'll see credit memo and debit memo. Both are almost same, that we will create a credit memo for the invoice cancellation. If we did any mistakes in any misses in the invoice, or if the services are not happened on time, or if any issues in the service, that we create a credit memo for the customer. So this credit memo and debit memo will happen. Deposit, if you are doing a deposit from customers, or if you are depositing the money for some services, this deposit class will use. Guarantee, it is very rare scenario that if you are giving guarantee, bank guarantee like that, you can use this guarantee. So mostly we'll use this invoice class because day to day we are going to raise invoice type. There are multiple types are there. So you can use invoice, or based on the requirement, if you want to be describe the transaction type, you can use BPI, auto vehicle sales invoice, or interest invoice. Based on the invoice type, it should be little bit it should explain the invoice type in detail to understand the invoice type. it may be a for consulting fee, or it may be for miscellaneous, that you doesn't know what the kind of invoice it is, that you can use miscellaneous, or you can use standard invoice. If you don't want to explain it, you can directly use invoice. If you know much information about the invoice, you can use the record description. So here we have a reference column. Okay, so in that reference column, you can update the reference you want regarding the business or regarding the receipt. It means the payment already received from the customer, whatever the reference, or you can put your sales order number, whatever you have, you can update this reference number. It will reflect in your invoice copy. So the main thing is customer address. So we'll see the B. Base circle system is there. So I'm selecting this customer to build one invoice. So the customer invoice populated based on the customer information available in the previous system. We already saw the customer information for Bay. So whatever the information we stored there, that will reflect here. Okay. If you want to change the site, see if the A customer is asking build to this new site instead of the old site, you can click this and change the site number accordingly. So the name will same, the site number will change, that we already saw in the previous session. So location address will pick up from the number itself. So based on the site you are updating, the details will be follows. So you can see the payment terms. So once the invoice generated, he needs to pay in net 30 days. Okay, so the due date is reflecting here. That is from the invoice date, 30 days counted. So ship to this address and bill to this address. If both are same, both will reflect in the same address. If any changes updated in the system, it will accordingly it will reflect here. So the sales done with base circle, the number we populated 2123. The paying customer, if sold to A customer and going to receive the amount from B customer. Okay, that details also you can update here. That is paying customer. It all defaulted from our previous screen. If any changes, you can update it manually by selecting this 3 dots. So if all are same, you can keep the same. If any changes, you can update here. So be sure that ship to customer, bill to customer, paying customer details are updated. And receipt method. So we are going to do the receipt. Automatic receipt or ACH, in which way we are getting the money from customer once after the invoice reaches the customer. So mostly it will be automatic, or you can use, if customer is paying through credit card, you can select this one. So those payment method and receipt method will be available for you here. Okay, this is the main screen. Once it is done, you click line item. Okay, this pop-up will open. So here you can update like serial number 1, 2, 3 up to 10, whatever you have information. Okay, item number 1, or if you have any number, you can update. So there is some descriptions already available in the system. You will see the Deluxe desktop. That is item number 1002. Unit of measurement, you can put each, or if you want to change it, you can click this and you can click you can change accordingly. So mostly we'll use each or 1. That is a common number we use. Quantity 1, or if you have 2 or 3, you can update the quantity here. Unit price for one single item. So I updated 2. Unit price is 100, so 2 into 100, it calculated 200. tax classification, which is already available in the system for that particular customer, will reflect here. So like this, you can enter your description. So based on the invoice detail, see in your service you sold 5 desktops, standard desktops, 1 deluxe desktop, 2 keyboards, 3 mouses. Like that, you can select and enter here. So as I said, if you have sales order number in your invoice or in your sales order number, you can enter here. Sales order created number, date. So use the sales order number and date, also today's date I am updating. Please save once you updated any details. Without saving, if you come out now, the information you may lost. So you update the details and click the save icon. So in top of the screen, you can see the small symbol like flop, yellow color symbol, that is to save the data. So click the tax button. You can see the tax information here. Okay, so for this sales order, the tax amount is calculated and it is available for this items. So tax information, if you need much more information or any specific details you need to update, you can update here or you can omit this one. Click distribution. Okay, so this is another main thing that you are going to use the account number, the revenue account. So your revenue account is must to have this balance in your GL account. So already the details are there for your because it is already defaulted for over the invoices. Based on the invoice category, it will pick the GL account. Check, and if you want to change or if you want to change your revenue account, you can click this 3 dots. Company 01 operations, vision operations, that is default. Department, it is using 420 sales department. If you want to change to any other department, you can also still you can choose no department or sales department. Account number, since we are selling the desktop, it is picked the hardware account number. So instead of hardware, if you want to change it to any other GL account, you can change here. Sub account, to describe more about the sales product. Okay, under this, if you are selling this to a particular area or particular department or particular product, you can select this. So this and all you needs to be created in the setup screen. So that and all are different scenarios that while doing the company setup, this will be done by the backend. So already the account and sub accounts are created here. So we need to select accordingly which is available. So if you want to select any product code, you can select from this list of items: monitor, modem or network card, game card, camera, television, whatever it is. Based on your sales product details, you can update this. So it will help you to see the invoice or accounting information, whatever the items which we sold for the month. So based on this selecting criteria, it will helpful for you to see your transaction details much clear or much more detailed. Click OK. So accounting information is there. Once you've done, your changes. After changes, you click save button. So the invoice main thing is that account, the line description, sales order number if you have, and you can see the tax information. Once everything is done, you save the details and close. So you created the invoice for 250 and the tax information is 20.63. Okay, which is already defined in the system. So based on that, it is calculated. Okay, so you can see whatever the tax information in the system. US sales tax 101, 101 for country, 101 for state, 101 for country, and for city. So three kind of tax is already set by the system. So accordingly, it is calculated. If you don't need to calculate this one, you need to unselect or you can omit this. Once you updated your setup, the same will be reflected in the invoice as well. So everything is based on the customer which you updated in the front screen. So based on the customer, it will pick the tax information and bill to information, everything. So this is the main screen. We updated the line information. We saw the tax information and we saw the sales order creation details and we saw the accounting information. So here also you can click the distribution and see these are the tax accounts, receivable account, your revenue account. So is this clear or anyone is having any questions?
So Narayan,
yes.
Sometimes we will send delivery note also along with the invoice, because sometimes we'll send delivery to the site and we'll send the invoice to the corporate office.
Yes, along with the invoice you can send delivery note also. Once it is delivered now, then we will have a separate delivery note. You can attach and you can push it while you are sending the invoice to customer.
So that will be generated from the system only?
Yes. Once after the delivery is done, the delivery note is different. Separately we need to create. Here I showing you the how to create the invoice, manual invoice in system.
Okay.
So we saw the customer information. So according to the customer information, this invoice will reach the customer. So once if you reviewed the invoice, if the invoice information is correct, then you click the complete. Until you are not sure, please keep it in the draft. Okay, you can save and keep the information with you until you know the information is correct, or if you want to do a review, or if you have a manager, or if you have one more hierarchy to you, you can still keep the invoice in editing stage. Okay, still this invoice in editing stage. You should keep this in mind. Until you click complete, you can edit the invoice. Okay, this is your invoice number. Always take a note of this while you're preparing the invoice, while you're creating an invoice. So this invoice number is must, so that you can pull the invoice and check the details anytime. So till end of the day, you can keep this invoice open until you click the complete. So once you've done the complete, then it will goes to accounting screen. Once the create accounting program is completed, it will be transferred to GL. After that, you cannot edit the invoice. Only you can cancel the invoice. For that, you need to create a credit note. So keep these things in mind before creating, before giving the complete in the invoice transaction. So anyone wants to edit anything, or we can click complete.
If you want to delete the line items, Mr. Narayan,
yeah,
suppose we added some.
Yes, click line item. So second line item I wrongly created, because maybe we can create one more invoice for this line. If I feel like that, select this line or you click the second number, and here you can see the cross symbol.
Okay.
Delete option is there. Click delete. So this line item is deleted.
Deleted.
Okay. Second line item is deleted. Still, if you want to edit first line item, you can edit. Okay. If there is no further editing is required, you can save the information here.
Okay.
Okay. So I deleted the second line item and edited the first line and saved the information. Accordingly, the tax information also changed.
Okay. Yes.
So the invoice is now ready. You can click complete. There is no credit card information, so we'll change to automatic. Okay, you will see the database apply complete one record applied. So that means the invoice is created. Still, you have one more chance until you do the create accounting. If you are not completed the create accounting, you can give incomplete and change things. If once the create accounting is completed, you cannot click this. It will be in freeze stage. Okay, it will go to freeze. So until that, you can click incomplete and you can edit. Okay, once after it is transferred to GL, you cannot change this. It will be freezed. Hope everyone is noted. Okay. So here you can see the line item tax, any freight charges or any other charges which is billed here will be reflecting here. You can refresh and see the entire picture. No accounting lines exist for this document. Please create accounting. So we need to complete the create accounting to see the accounting details. So if you want to if you want to cancel this invoice or if you want to adjust anything, you can use this action item to create a credit note. So easily you can create a credit note here. You can click copy to create the same kind of invoice. If you want to do an adjustment, you can click adjust and you can do the adjustment in the invoice. Gautam, Dhanush, do you have any questions how to create the transaction, whatever the items in the transaction?
No, sir.
No, sir. All clear.
Because this is the main thing in invoice creations in receivables. So we should be very clear in transaction.
Okay.
Mr. Nar, this
Yes,
run
sir.
accounting we have to create every time, or it can be fixed in the system by default? Because every time, sometimes if
we saw in AP model, no, at the end of the day, they have some default time is there. Okay,
yes.
so either by tonight or by weekly, they will do the create accounting. So it's good that we will do the create accounting manually once after you created everything. Okay, while you
No, but in the real
create,
time, see, in the real time, there will be so many entries, hundreds of entries there every day. So it's very difficult to run create accounting for every transaction, or it should be one shot.
you should not do the create accounting for every transaction. That is what I'm saying. Once all the transaction is completed, you do the create accounting.
End of
Okay,
the
for
day means.
example, if you are the only cashier in your agency or in your company, once after your counter is closed, you can do the create account.
Okay,
Once
done,
your
done.
counter is
No
closed, you
issues.
collect everything, you create this and you can do this. Create it.
Okay, thank you.
After that, if you click the action view accounting, you can see the accounting schema. So print invoice, and double click the print invoice, single request, okay. Invoice print new invoices, or if you want to see the review report or any selected invoice, you can click okay. Transaction number, transaction class, transaction type, whatever information you know, you can update, or else you can click only the field which is highlighted in yellow color, that is mandatory. So mandatory information we should update. So order by transaction number or by customer you can select. So I selected the parameters, submit. So requested decision is completed, and if you want to do another request, you can click yes. If no, you can click. So the print invoice is completed. So the invoice print will happen in the backend. So it will push the invoice to the customers. Once you created like 10 invoices or 100 invoices, you can do the print invoice, and you can save. If you need, you can save the invoice.
Sir, we have created before now that that invoice is printing. We want to print that by this method.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can after completing this one, you can save it in your system, or if you want to send it to customer to a different email ID, you can still do it. So print statement, vision operation, option, print statement, bucket statement, customer name. Say for example, if we saw Bay USA. So if you want to see the statement for that customer alone, you can click the customer name or number, and you can select you can pull the statement for the particular customer. Bay supply system. So quarterly cycle for this customer, so it is already picked up. So you submit this. The statement will be printed in the backend. Go to view request, and you can see the request which is done by us. So once it is completed, you can click view output and see the details.
Narayan, this is the customer statement of account.
Whatever the details available for the customer, we can see here. Yes.
Yeah, we can do it quarterly, half yearly, monthly, any kind of duration we can select, right?
Yes.
So we can see payments again. We can see also the payment against the invoices. Like suppose if we raise 10 invoices in a month.
If it's applied, you can see the invoice and payment.
Okay, okay, fine.
So the statement is not designed in the backend, it seems. So once if you are in the regular work system, you can see the available statement lines for the particular customer. So before moving to receipts, again it will take some time. Shall we continue after some time, like in the evening session, or how you want me to proceed? So, is it okay for you, or in the evening session?
Yeah, Mr. Narayan, what we can do, receipts we can do in the evening session, but now we can see this one, account reconciliation, customer reconciliation, 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90.
Taking bucket, you mean, right?
Yeah.
That we have the see the customer listing summary is there. Aging also there.
Yeah, aging.
If you want to see the 4 bucket report or 7 bucket report, you can click and see the report. Clicking 7 bucket report. Report summary. Bucket, you can collections or future weekly collection. Show on account. So these are the basic criteria required. Click OK. The thing is, there is no report information setup is done in the backend. That's why we are unable to see the reports.
Okay.
You can see any other sample reports if you have. After completing this one, the 7 bucket report will open in Excel format.
Mm-hmm.
Click find it. You can request is completed. Once it's completed, you can do the click view output and see the open invoices against the, based on the age, whether the invoices comes under 0 to 30 or 30 to 60, 60 to 90. Okay, so accordingly, if the credit limit is crossed, you can send a statement going to customer wise, share it to the customers for collection. If you have any sample information, we can see how to do the reconciliation and how to follow up with customers for the available SOA. That is statement of
SOI also we have to do, this report is not predefined, right?
Yeah, here there is no proper reports. If you have any sample reports that we can see. So, if you have any any SOA or any aging report, any sample aging report is available with you, that we
I have
can
in Excel.
Yeah, that is enough. You can see.
I will
This
share
is,
with you today.
this is a format to run the data. Okay, after completing that, this will open. Okay, you can copy and paste it in Excel, like Control A, copy. You can create a, you can open an Excel, empty Excel. I'm not sure whether it will copy from there. It is. I'll show you. So if you see, the customer name is available. Outstanding amount for the first one is AC network. Okay. So this is the outstanding amount. it comes under 361 plus. Okay, more than a year, it is a credit note. It's not a invoice amount, it's a credit memo. That is why the symbol is mentioned. Instead of negative symbol, it is having this arrow mark symbol. So we have a credit with us, customer credit with us. If any future invoice generated for this customer, we can apply from this amount. Okay, maybe we wrongly created our customer transferred a wrong amount to us. It will have a different scenarios. We need to analyze it. Hello, Sohail. Hello.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, so these are some examples. Okay, so in the past, if customer we generated the invoice and customer paid wrongly, and after that we have a dispute and we have a credit for the customer. So customer wants to use the amount, utilize the amount in future invoices. So in that case, the outstanding amount will have a negative balance. Okay.
Yeah, this is
So
we can consider as prepayment also.
Yeah, the credit is available with us. Anytime once we cannot say prepayment, we can say that credit is available for the customer.
Okay.
Okay, for ABC and all, the invoice is also available. So, invoice overdue more than 361 days. Since it is a training scenario, we cannot know what is actual outstanding. So, in the real scenario, if it is in 30 to 60 days bucket or 60 to 90 days, accordingly, we'll reach the customer to make the payment. Okay.
Yeah, or we can send it to credit control for if there is an overdue.
Yeah, we saw in the customer screen, the credit collector for each customer will be available in the system. Accordingly, they will also pull this report periodically, weekly or monthly twice like that. So based on their timing, they will push the customers to make the payment.
Yes, exactly.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
You can do the setup in the backend to pull the report in Excel format. If it is not available, then you can do the basic workings in the Excel to change the details. Okay, so now I just done basic things to see the report in Excel. Also, you can save this in Notepad, copy. I'm just saving it for your reference as a sample as well. So anytime you can open this and you can change the data that up to till date. You can save the SOA and you can utilize this data.
Yes.
Further process.
Yes.
This is how the report is. So there are multiple reports is there. If you want to see four bucket report or any other customer wise report, everything is available. Everything is predefined. According to your need, you can with the Oracle service. So in Oracle e-business suite, multiple options is there. According to our company's requirement, you can modify it. So these are the available details. So that I showed you whatever available now for training session.
Okay.
How the customer creation will be, how the customer is coming into business and in Oracle. So for Oracle also we need specific details like customer's tax information, bank details, customer bill to address, ship to address, everything. So once we receive the detail, our MDM master data management team will create the customer information. Once customer information is created, the invoice generation will happen based on the customer information. There is two kind of invoice generation will happen. One is automatically the invoice will happen based on the sales order.
Yes.
Okay. Another one is manual invoice. Just before
Yeah.
we saw how to create a manual invoice using transactions.
Yes.
Also, we saw how to print an invoice, how to print a statement, how to see statement of accounts.
Yes.
In another session, we'll see how the receipt will be there, whatever the receipt options, how to do the outcome. What is the date and
Okay.
things we'll see in
We
another.
can see that in evening session, right? If
Yeah.
Gautam
Yes.
and Danuj both are okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
Dhanush and
Okay.
Gautam, you have any questions or are you able to understand or you
Yes,
have?
I can understand.
Sir, I
Oh,
can already know I know about the fusion. So
okay, then good. So we'll see another 30-minute session in the evening when everyone is
Okay.
available after 8 o'clock.
any timing, sir?
Sohail, what is your available time here? By 8, is it okay?
Yeah, 8 is fine, no problem. 8 to 10
Okay,
is
then
fine.
we'll connect 8 to 8:30.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Finish
Done.
the balance part in receivables.
Okay,
Okay.
fine, fine.
Okay. So in the meantime, if anyone wants to practice or if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So whatever I can able to explain you, I can do my best.
Yeah, we will share
Okay.
if there is
I
any
want.
doubt arises, we'll share in the groups also, no issue.
Sure, sure, sure. Dhanush or Gautam, anyone is recording, I think. Please save the recording session after this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.